Today I have my Legendary Thunder out here. For those that know, this truck is regarded as the best bang for the buck 10th scale truck on the market. Right now it's selling for about $110, which is just a ridiculous deal for what you get here. This truck has oil-filled shocks, a brushless 3650 size motor, 3300 kV, a hobby wing 50 amp ESC, 3-wire receiver, and comes with a transmitter, a charger, and a 5200 milliamp hour 2S LiPo. Stock, it goes 31 miles an hour, and with this setup here, it's going with just a swap to a bigger pinion gear, 44 miles an hour on the stock tires and about 40 miles an hour on these smaller tires here that I'm running. These are speed run tires. Now, I did do one more modification to this, and that is I added the ShareGoo 12 millimeter to 17 millimeter hex adapters. These widen the track of the truck, 15 millimeters. I believe that's on each side, but with a wider track, it's going to be less prone to tipping over. Now, these tires provide a lot of traction, so it may still tip, I don't know, but we'll see how they perform. And certainly, if you have an RC truck that's prone to tipping, using hex extenders is a great way to get more stability. I have an MJX HyperGo twin that I used a different set of ShareGoo adapters, and it made a night and day difference in the handling. It went from constantly tipping over to you really have to work at it to get it to tip over. So they make some great products, and these ShareGoo adapters, I believe, are actually the highest ranked ones on Amazon, highest rated ones on Amazon, and they're only like $10, and they allow you to run 8 scale tires on cars and trucks that only have 12 millimeter hexes, from the factory. So we'll go ahead and give this a little shakedown run, and this will give me a great chance to test these Armahoons knockoff, affectionately known as Choons in the RC world. And I got a set of 4 of these for $10 shipped. They came in under a week. That was a pretty good sale, but you can regularly get them for closer to $20. The other day I saw them for $17. So for the price, I already ran these once. They seem like they're gonna be excellent. And I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but they definitely have performed well so far. A huge thank you to my buddy Britt over at 10th Scale RC Performance for sending this truck out to me. He has the best content on this truck on the internet, also the fastest one on the internet. So definitely check out his channel for great content on this awesome truck that only cost about $110. So even on 2S, this thing is pretty quick. Again, 40 miles an hour is no joke for 2S on a $110 truck. So you can see these ShareGoo adapters are keeping the truck nice and stable. I'm turning as hard as I can at speed, and we are not, I was saying we were not rolling, we just rolled. But it did land right back on the wheels. So of course, if you go crazy, it's possible it will roll. But this thing is stable. You can see the suspension is just soaking up these bumps in this parking lot here that has a lot of imperfections in it. All right, there we go, 37.9 miles an hour. I'm gonna take the GPS off just so I don't potentially damage it. All right, these tires actually have less grip in a straight line than the stock tires. And they do slide around easier. I thought they might grip better, but I'm using it for speed runs, so I'm not really looking for, out of the line performance. I'm looking for lack of ballooning and stability at high speed, which so far these are definitely performing well. Now with this 27 tooth pinion gear in here, it's certainly a lot faster than stock. However, I'm only gonna be able to run it for maybe 5 minutes or so and then have to let it cool down because the motor will get hot. And whoa, almost took myself out there. I wanted to test the suspension out, but I wasn't expecting it to almost clip me there. But yeah, with this pinion gear, it will get hot quickly. So not really set up for bashing. This is more for speed runs, this gearing setup. But for $5 on the stock tires, it went from 31 miles an hour up to 44, again, with just a pinion swap. So I have a video on how to install a larger pinion gear if you're new to RC cars or just want to see how you do it in this truck. That video is there to check out. And yeah, this thing is plenty fast on 2S. But on 3S with the stock tires, it went 48 miles an hour. So that would be better set up for bashing. You want 3S, you know, speeds close to 50 miles an hour. So of course, even faster than this. This is just kind of a shakedown run for a speed run gearing setup. And even with these tires on 3S, I think this truck would still probably go maybe 44, 45 miles an hour, right around there. So I'm not gonna go too crazy here because it will begin to overheat after a few minutes of running it. But let's just take a quick check on temperatures and see what they're like. The motor's hot. I can only touch it for about 2 seconds. So yeah, again, this 27 tooth pinion gear, you might be tempted to throw it in there, but don't use it for general bashing because the truck will overheat way too quickly. The ESC will probably overheat as well. And it's much happier on the stock gearing. This is just for speed runs. If you want to open it up and run 3S, I'm going to put a 4S capable ESC in here as well. That's when you would use this pinion gear. You just want to do a couple runs and get maximum speeds out of this truck. ShareGoo hex adapters, not really probably needed on this truck, but would be a really nice upgrade on many other trucks, and certainly even keeps this truck more stable. But this thing was pretty stable out of the box, so there we go. All right guys, that's all I have for now. Definitely check out this truck if you're interested in purchasing it. There's a link in the video description where you can get it on Amazon. And again, I think right now it's going for a little under $110, which is just a ridiculous deal. And these tires were only $10 shipped. You could certainly get them for $20. And the only other modification I would do to this, if you're keeping it kind of stock, is I would look to get a cooling fan for the motor, but you can pick one of those up for $10. So great value here. It's been a lot of fun. This isn't a truck you're going to want to take out bashing and do big jumps with it off-road. It's not probably as strong as some of the more expensive trucks out there. But if you're just getting into RCs or you want something fun to modify that's stable at speed, this could be the truck for you. And the weakest part from what I hear are actually the CVD joints and the dog bones. They're prone to bending when you crash the truck. So just need to be a little careful with it and not do anything too crazy with it. You're not going to want to take this to the skate park. But for what I'm doing right here, it's perfect and a heck of a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.